Hey, my name's Jake Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I've got bad news for first-time buyers. A huge amount of products have been removed from the market. Now, this impacts the whole property market, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. The reason being, last year, 51% of all property sales were to first-time buyers. Now the goalposts have been moved massively due to the Iran war. In this video, I'm going to give you some stats on how bad it's got in just a few short weeks, what you should do if you want to buy a property, and much, much more. But before we jump into this, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to my channel over there and hit that bell notification. Join over 50,000 subscribers who get all the latest property news, house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And help me get some views on this video. Your part in that is simple. All you need to do is smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really does help the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that takes a minute to do that. So, not good for first-time buyers. In fact, I did a video the other day saying the whole mortgage market is really suffering at the moment. There are now no more deals below 4%. Well, you could quote me and say you're wrong and find a deal where you can get below 4% with a 6 or 7 or 8% fee. They have those types of deals, but they're not very good, are they? I'm talking about standard lenders, normal lenders, HSBC, NatWest, Santander, Nationwide. They don't have products below 4% anymore. And I think you're going to see mortgage rates go up even more. And it's frustrating because the Bank of England haven't even moved rates yet. This is all preemptively done because the Sonia swap rate, the rate that they borrow at, has gone up. So let's talk about first-time buyers and what they're feeling at the moment. So for first-time buyers, 200 low deposit mortgages have been removed from the market. 200. And we're talking deals where you could get a property with just a 5% deposit. That's crazy that those have gone now. And they were really helpful because there's loads of people that wanted to buy a property. They were struggling because rents have gone up at record rates over the last few years. And so they looked at these buy-to-let mortgages as a way to get onto the property ladder without putting a huge sum of money in. They were very useful as a tool for that. And that gave people a home. It got them out of the rental market and helped the rental market pressure a little bit as well. But banks, they're just taking these products off the market at the moment. And the reason for that is due to the Sonia swap rate. And so the Sonia swap is the rate that your bank borrows at. So your bank, my bank, they borrow from bigger banks. And these banks give them a rate that's based off something called the Sonia swap rate. Now, that's a prediction on where the Bank of England is going with rates. And over the last few days, these have swung massively. And so they went from around 3.4%, something like that, to 4.4%. So they've gone up around 1%. That means your lender, it's now 1% more expensive for them to borrow money. So that's getting passed on to you incrementally. At the moment, you're seeing lenders creep up rates a quarter of a percent. None of them are going for a big 1% jump in one go. They're easing it up and trying to get some business still on the way that they do that. But a lot of lenders are also pulling products totally from the market. So 200 small deposit mortgages, which is a huge chunk, are now gone. Now, I've been speaking with my broker this week with some deals that I'm doing. And he's saying that lenders just 2 weeks ago when this stuff started, 2 or 3 weeks ago when this stuff started, they were taking the products off the market and then repricing them and putting them back on the market just with a slightly higher interest rate. What he's saying now is they're taking the products off and nothing's coming back. That's a problem. So effectively, they're stopping lending. They're shutting up shop. Now, the reason this isn't getting lots of public attention at the moment is because those lenders are saying they are coming back. They're saying, look, we're just repricing. It's so volatile at the moment. We're just trying to figure stuff out. But it was volatile a few weeks ago and they were bringing the products back. Now they're not. And that's a problem. And that means that ultimately we could get to a point where just lending stops or freezes or gets really tough, which happened in 2008. That's a problem. And so rates are increasing. We know that. So some people are bringing rates back, but they're a lot higher now. So the average first-time buyer rate is crazy high now, and it's had a big change. So the average 2-year deal for a first-time buyer is now 6.1%. Like 6.1%. That makes a massive difference. The stats from Yahoo Finance say that this makes a difference of around £1,500 extra that you'll be paying a year with a mortgage now than you would have been paying 4 weeks ago. That's not great. That's going to make some people think, you know what, I'm going to just wait till rates come back down. What about 5-year rates? They're also up as well. So the average 5-year rate now is 5.93%. These are for first-time buyers. These are first-time buyer rates. And that's a lot of money. And that means people are just going to pause what they do. Now, this will then impact the volume of sales. I did a video earlier that you will have seen yesterday where I talked about Rightmove. And Rightmove was saying, well, March has been quite good for sales. And what I said in that was that, yeah, it could have been good for sales because the people that bought in March, they got their mortgages approved in December, January and February. So they already got that good rate. And that rate now even looks better to them now. And so they're going to continue with that purchase until that stops. What about when people start getting offered a 6.1% average rate? What happens then? Well, I think that's going to slow down the market. That's also going to slow down house building. That's also going to slow down transactions for letting agents, for estate agents, for solicitors, for builders. This impacts a lot of stuff in our economy. And I think the government's going to have a look at this stuff at some point and say, we need to do something to invigorate the market and get things moving again. Who knows what they'll plan on that. But yeah, if you're a first-time buyer, what my suggestion would be is maybe wait a few weeks. Just see what happens. I think rates are going up, but the mortgage companies react quickly. So if the Bank of England increases rates, that's already been calculated in these numbers here. So don't think that they're going to suddenly go skyrocketing to 8% or something like that. And you never know with Mr. Trump, what happens tomorrow? Does he suddenly turn around and end this war with Iran and suddenly rates start tumbling again? It's so unpredictable. But yeah, I do think that when we get the April data, when we look at house prices and stuff like that, I think it's going to be surprising. You'll see a lot less transactions because people are going to be put off by these numbers. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. You're a first-time buyer. I'd like to know what you think. If you're a first-time buyer, were you considering buying and this makes you pause now? Let me know in the comments. Do like the video and subscribe. Do also check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.